Welcome back everyone to my Let's Play of Phantasy Star on the Wii Virtual Console. Last episode we did 2 runs through the Baya Malay Tower. Now we're going to do our final run through it to get to the top, where we're going to have to put the aeroprism to use to find Lassic's castle. So we use a little bit of hit points here to get here. So I'm going to have everybody eat a burger, because we're going to get quite a few burgers on our way up there. And some other treasure chests too, so we want to have some inventory space open to get those other burgers. And then when we get the inventory space through it, just like throw it away. There is one piece of inventory that we're going to want to keep though. That is the Mystic Key, and it lets you open doors like this one, where you normally would have to use Noah's open spell to open them. So I'm going to keep in one battle here just to show you what I'm going to basically doing for every single battle. I'm just going to be having everyone select the wand, and that'll make characters run away when their turn comes up. So as long as you have everybody use the wand, you should be able to outspeed the enemies. Sometimes the enemies might go before you, but you know, for the most part, you have a good chance of going before them. So yeah, you don't get to see any random encounters. The only bad thing is that when you use the wand and run away, you get pushed back 2 steps. And sometimes you get pushed back into an encounter, or when you take those 2 steps forward again to get to where you were, you run into the encounter again. So there was quite a few times when I had 3 encounters in a row. But like I said, I just cut them all out basically. So, and like I said, we'll just be heading up to this tower. On the way up, we're going to end up getting the that mystic key. So. But it's a good thing that we, I see the encounter rate is pretty high, so it's a good thing that we are using that wand to run away, because otherwise, yeah, we would be totally tapped out of resources, and we still have to do Lassic's castle after we get to the top of this tower here. So, yeah, Lassic's castle is going to be pretty much the same thing here, where we're going to be using the wand to escape all the battles. Except for little tiny ones like this, like red slimes you can run away. Too bad I can't keep running into all of them, but I've run into quite a few marauders. So this is one, there was a reaper that appeared right after that treasure chest, so I fled around the corner, ended up fighting another enemy right here, ran away, and then got up into a marauder, so it was 3 enemies right in a row there, so I kept that one in there. Otherwise, you'd kind of lose track of where I was. But yeah, most of these treasure chests are kind of pointless. We're gonna get a bunch of pointless equipment. We'll end up getting more swords and stuff. I think every single sword in the game is available here in this tower, so we got the short sword the last episode, and a few more this ones, but they're like I said, pointless, you know, because we're already at the end. We already have the Laconian sword. So this treasure chest here is always trapped. It's the one that has the magic key, the miracle key. So yeah, I just want to when given the option to open that chest, just say no, and then you can use Myau's trap spell to disarm the treasure and open it safely. It's always a bomb trap too, so those, like I said, I think take 20 hit points off of every single one of your characters, so definitely not something you want to. It's much safer to just use the trap spell to disarm it and save those hit points. So there is going to be another trapped floor later on, and it's at the very end, the very final floor. So you want to make sure that you save some of Myau's magic points to disarm that trap. Some of these treasure chests can be trapped, some of them aren't. But it seems kind of random whether sometimes a treasure chest is trapped or not. So I just conserve my MP and don't worry about casting the trap all the time. So let's just drop that iron sword, drop the iron axe. Oh, he's not going to be using that. Odin can use the lightsaber that we will find eventually in here, but like I said, he's just busy with that laser gun. So, keep that. Well, eventually, like I said, for the bonus episode, though, I will use the Laconian axe. See how that does against the final boss. Like I said, it's probably going to do more damage than the laser gun, but the laser gun never misses, so... But we'll see how it goes. The only bad thing is when you fight the final boss, unlike the other enemies, they don't have... The final boss doesn't show its hit points. So, and that's probably because of the way that final boss is kind of coded. He's kind of a unique monster, in a sense, but we'll discuss that when we get to him, probably in 2 episodes, so... You know, finish off this tower here, and then next episode we'll do Lassic's castle, and then we'll finish it off. So, and then of course we'll do the bonus episode, like I said, and that's when I'll have the Laconian axe. I'll show off all the different monsters we can talk with. So, we've talked to some of them already, but we didn't show all of them, so... We can use the miracle key to open this door. We don't, like I said, we don't need to use Noah's open spell anymore. Oh, we got a burger. There's so many hamburgers just floating around, not floating around, but in this area. I guess Lassic, if he really was really smart, he could probably just like defeat our party by putting out like a bunch of poison burgers, you know? Because our party has no problems just getting a hamburger that's been sitting in a treasure chest for who knows how long, and eating it. So, we ate a hamburger that we found in a Borg full of zombies. So, yeah. I guess our guys have good constitution, don't get sick. But yeah, just a few more floors to go, not too many. It just was really, though, long to get through here with all these random encounters. I guess if you really wanted to level, probably all these encounters probably give you a level or 2 going up here. But when I do my leveling for the bonus episode, I'll go back to the Ortavia to fight those sandworms. So there's a lightsaber, so we're getting close to the end because you see we're the second best sword in the game. Move that cola down. We want to keep Myau healed up because at the top of this tower, Myau's going to eat the Loma nut and basically transform into like grow a pair of wings, and it's going to fly us to Lassic's castle. But when we get to Lassic's castle, there's going to be a boss battle in the sky, and the interesting thing about that boss battle is if Myau is defeated in that battle, well, because you're riding Myau, since Alice, Noah, and Odin are riding Myau, if Myau is defeated, the whole party dies. It's basically like Myau is defeated, and you just fall off Meow's back because he can't fly anymore because he's defeated, and you all just plummet down to the ground. And unlike some RPGs where falling does no damage to you, in this game, our characters can't survive infinite falls. Now, our characters in the next game I play, Final Fantasy IV, 2 for the Super Nintendo, that one, there'll be quite a few times where our characters will fall massive distances and shrug it off like nothing happened. That seems to be common in Final Fantasy. We saw that in Final Fantasy II, the one for the Nintendo that wasn't released in America. When we got to the Emperor's Castle, we landed the airship on the top floor, and we fell on a trap floor that took us all the way down from the top floor, which I think was the 7th floor, down to the basement. So it was like at least 70 feet. And we just shrugged it off like it was nothing, so... Yeah, I guess gravity, there's no such thing as, lethal velocity, or terminal velocity in, Final Fantasy Worlds. Because there's quite quite a few times when thinking back to the after year. I'm thinking of the after years. There's a section in there, one of the tales. That's kind of like fun Dragon Warrior 4, where different characters have different tales, and you do the different tales before you do the overarching tale for everybody. But in one of the tales, like, the characters even know, like, basically kind of like break the fourth wall. They know that falling damage won't hurt them, so they're like, let's just jump out of this big tower. You know, everything will be okay. I'll eventually get to that game, but I'll be like 2 years or so. So, yeah, I got a few on the other games I already have planned out to do coming up, so we'll get Final Fantasy 4 and then 5 for the Fiesta again. 50 are doing it. And then we got the Dragon Quest games, 5 and 6 to do. I just talked about the Dragon Quest games, so let's take it nice and slow here, just referring to my maps. Because yeah, once we get to the second to last floor is kind of crazy. Like, you can go right up to the top floor, but there's another way you can get to the there's these other sections you can go to that will loop you around to get a whole bunch of different treasures. Obviously, I'm going to do them because you know, getting 100% getting all the treasures. So just got that burger. Now we're back here on the second to last floor. Get some odds and treasure chests, and then we're going to head up to the top floor. Like I said, the top floor, once we reach that, it's just a straight shot. But the only thing we have to worry about is that one trap. But luckily the trap is at the very beginning. So it's not like you have to be paying too much attention. Once you finish that first trap off, you're good to go for the rest. So let's eat our hamburgers here. Probably end up using all our hamburgers. So yeah, next we will have to rely then on healing, of course, our character's MP. But we probably use Alice's MP for healing. It's not as effective as Myau's and Noah's, but we want to keep Noah's MP for Lassic's fight. And Myau's also for Lassic's fight because Myau can heal in the fight, where Noah's cure spell doesn't work in battle, and Alice's heal spell isn't going to be all that effective in battle because it only restores 20 hit points, and Lassic's probably going to be hitting us for more than 20 at a time. So, unless, like I said, we get really, really lucky, like I mentioned in the last episode, where sometimes, you know, enemy rolls low with their damage rolls. But you can never tell. That's why you always want to have those safety buffer levels. So we can gain 5 more levels. Like I said, the max level is 30. I'm at level 25 with all my characters here. But like I said, those last few levels don't really give you too much in terms of stats and hit points. So here we go. Once we make the second turn here, we can see the door. We want to use Myau's trap spell because I think like 2 ahead of us is where the pitfall is. So as long as you're in the same corridor as where the pitfall is, and you're facing the direction, you'll find it and unlock it and untrap it. So, like I said, the rest of the way is just this winding tunnel with a whole bunch of doors we gotta go through. And eventually we'll reach the top of the tower. And it'll just be like a scene outside. And that's where we're just using the 2 items. First we use the aeroprism to reveal Lassic's castle, and then we will use the llama nuts to turn Myau into a flying creature. So here we are at the top of the tower. So we'll go find our find the cow by using the aeroprism. There's the prism. So we never need those ice diggers or the land rovers anymore, so theoretically we can sell them, have some more space been able to carry 2 more burgers. And then, like I said, if I wanted to, I guess I could have just escaped and gone, healed up and went back to this tower again. I wouldn't have to worry about finding any of the treasures. Would have been able to have some more burgers. But I said I'll be good enough to finish Lassic off this way in this trip. Myau gets wings, grows up a little bit, and starts flying toward the castle. We fight this boss monster, the Gold Dragon, with 100 experience points, and obviously it has no drops because if you didn't have a treasure chest, the treasure chest wouldn't like float in the air, it would just fall to the ground. So we get lucky here. The Gold Dragon basically only seems to attack Alice, so it never even goes after Myau. So we finish it off pretty easily. It's not too difficult of a boss, so there's no reason to waste Noah's MP casting Wind on it. We can take it down regularly with just our physical attacks. And once we do, we end up in this little town outside of Lassic's castle. You don't have to go into any of these houses because nothing really good is in them. You get these, like, most of the time these old men who just don't say anything or say something like that doesn't help us at all. So we got 2 guys who are silent. One says, like, don't attack Lassic. And in the last house, you definitely don't want to go into that one normally because it's just a random encounter. It's a fight with a serpent. And I'm going to go in there just to, show it off. So don't go against Lassic. This is a place where some people say they can grind because the serpent falls pretty easily and it never drops a treasure chest. So it's a quick battle to get the experience points. I think it's 23. Yeah, 23 experience points. So yeah, it's a quick way, but you're far away from healing, so that's the biggest problem. So, but yeah, that's basically the 3rd place that people say that is a decent place to grind. But here we are outside Lassic's castle, and that's what we're going to head into on our next episode. Take care, have a good one, thanks for following along. Have a good day. Bye.